Hi, how are you? Saturday. Between Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. There's not too many times you get a sermon on Saturday. Today you're going to get it. And I would entitle it The Silence of God. We talk about Friday when Jesus died for us. Yes, it's wonderful. We talk about the resurrection of Jesus on Sunday, and it's wonderful. You know what else is wonderful? The silence of God. Can you handle it when God's silent in your life? See, there's so many things that could be said about the silence. We've heard the quote, well, the teacher is silent during a test. We heard it that, you must be away from Jesus if he's silent. He's speaking every day. The problem is with you. Well, those two things are not always the case. There's times, friends, when Jesus will go silent in your life. What's the silence? In between the death and the resurrection. There's a time. Yes, for Jesus, the whole thing took 3 days, but for you and I, friends, it may take 30 years. With an awfully lot of silence in the middle when you can't hear from God and you feel like he's not, you feel, which doesn't mean anything, your feelings. What matters is what God says. But you have to understand there's moments of silence. If you walk with the Lord, you'll walk through silence. And I want to share on it today because it's a subject that very few people will talk about. And I don't want you to be misled, friends. It's not always because you're away from God. It may be because you're right where God wants you and he's about to release a power in your life that you never knew was possible. See, as Christians, we want to skip so many steps. We're born again. We want the power and we think we're entitled to it just because it says so in the Bible and that we can quote it. And you're deceived. You're wrong. You'll go through your death. You'll go straight through your death. There is no power without your death. Just as there was no power of the resurrection without the death of Jesus. You want the miracle working power in your life? You've got to die. Which is a subject I speak on every day. Dying to your will. But the beautiful lost art of silence in the church. Where is it? I want you to understand, friends, silence. I think I've said this several times this week or in the past month. I should do a whole series on preparation for the power. That's a good title too. I should write this down. I don't write anything down. Preparation for the power part. We've talked about, didn't we? God adding weight, God strengthening you, God preparing you, God dealing with you and bringing you low. Well, bringing you through your death, yes, but there's also your ability to be still in the silence. Can you? Do you know how to be still when God is silent in your life? He will be. Just keep walking, friends. I guarantee you, if you're walking with the Lord, you'll go through seasons, long seasons of silence. And what he's requiring of you in that moment is to be still. Just sit. Can you just sit? It takes discipline, yes. It's not because you have some disease you've been diagnosed with or some dumb thing that somebody's placed upon you. Oh, it's because of this. No, you're just undisciplined. Just discipline yourself to sit still for a season, a long season of stillness. There's power coming into your life, friends, that you never thought was ever possible. You might have been struggling. See, God will allow you. Some people, it's so hard for them to accept this. It's just because they don't know the Lord very well. And I know you're going to get mad when you find out it's you. But some people think they're saved. They got so many good feelings and everything's wonderful and they're on top of the world. And you don't know very much yet. Don't worry, God will bring you down. God will bring you down and put you in your place. It's okay. It's wonderful. But friends, there'll be times in your life when God utterly strips you of all feelings, of all any kind of feelings of his presence. It's just utter silence. And he's called you to be still in those moments. And my favorite verse of all see, I say this because I've spent years and years and years in silence. And it wasn't because I was walking away from the Lord. It wasn't because I turned away or I wasn't living in rebellion. It was just silence. See, that's faith. Thomas said, oh, I believe now because I see. Well, yeah, any dummy can believe when you see it, when you feel it. Can you? Blessed are those who don't see or feel and believe. My favorite verse, and I love this verse, verse 18 of Psalm 77. The voice of thy thunder was in the heavens. Oh, we love the voice of thunder speaking to us. The clarity, the lightnings lightened the world, and the earth trembled and shook. Oh, and that's what we're talking about. Where we're getting to in the book of Hebrews. Oh, isn't it wonderful when God moves mountains in your life? Oh, back to my point. I had lost it there for a second. But some of you may have been struggling with the same thing for 20, 30 years. And you've been going through a season of silence. God hasn't left you. He hasn't forsaken you, friends. He's about to release a power in your life that you can never take credit for. It's not because you fasted. It's not because you sought the Lord. It's not because you prayed. It's just you allowed the Lord to bring a death blow into your life, and you were willing to wait and be still in the silence. That's not really to glorify. It's just that's your response. And then there comes a power. And the reality of this verse, thy way is in the sea, and thy path in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. What? You can't see, you can't hear, you can't feel anything. Thy footsteps were not known. But, verse 20, you lead your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. See, there's times in your life, friends, when you can't see it, you can't feel it, you don't even understand it. It's just silence, but he's leading you. He knows exactly what he's doing in your life. He hasn't left you. You haven't left him. You're wrestling with something for years and years and years, friends, and now you're in this season of silence. I just want to encourage you today, on this Saturday before Resurrection Sunday. He's silent in your life, friends, because he's about to release a power in your life that you've never, ever, 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 ever experienced before. It's coming to you. And you're going to know it was Jesus and all mercy.